Hello and welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Michelle Pellegrinelli. I'm Michelle from Michelle P's Astrology. This is the Astro energy for the week of August 5th to August 11th, 2024. It's a new moon. We had one yesterday at the same exact time as a Mercury retrograde, which how much we love those. But right after we passed the full moon, which we all planted our new seeds or are getting ready to do our new moon rituals. Um, it's a beautiful new moon, but it comes right on the post of a Mercury retrograde, which happened basically hours after the new moon. We're going to coming right off the heels of that new moon and Mercury retrograde. We're starting with the moon squaring Uranus. And this is going to bring a kind of an energy of a sudden disruption, which usually Uranus is known for, a little destabilizing energy. I would suggest staying grounded the best you can. Do ever, as hard as it may be right now, because I know we're all exhausted. Um, to do the little things that can bring those little moments of ease and comfort or desire. You want to stay grounded as best you can and control what you can, and you have to let go of the rest. And that'll probably be your best bet getting through today. Because of the Uranus, the unexpectedness of it all, try to go with the flow. This brings us to Tuesday, which we have the moon is going to square Mars. This is for the some important details about this little number is we have the Mars, which is our aggression planet. I mean, it's the planet of war. It's a planet of if you know aggravation, assertion. It can be a number of things, but usually on the case it's a malefic. Some important details for both Mars and the Moon. They are in two signs, and the two signs they are in are both ruled by the planet that just decided to go retrograde on our new moon. So, a square known to be challenging, this can lead to some things better left unsaid. If we want to touch base, so that's we're going to leave this at Tuesday for a second, but to touch base on what a Mercury retrograde does is it can lead to a lot of miscommunications, misperceptions, people taking things wrong, things going wrong. I mean, we all know about the old snafus with your tech, your daily little, your commutes, how you get around your day, your community can be disrupted in somehow in that sense. So when the moon's squaring Mars, you're inside, it is going to feel a little bit more of that tension rather than the outside, because moon being your feelings and how your emotions are going to play out for the time that it is having that square to Mars, our planet of let's go. Uh, but anyway, some things that left unsaid is where I like to go with it, especially when it's hitting the moon, because the moon can really rile up our emotions, and sometimes you just can't put that toothpaste back in the tube once it comes out of the mouth. So let's just try to keep our energies at bay, keep ourselves grounded from yesterday, let it go through the week, because coming in the next few weeks, going to have some challenging things that may be actual serious emotional events we may have to just deal with, just with what's going on with the world around us. There's some destabilizing energies there. Um, so we want to try to keep ourselves in our community and our groundedness stable so that way we can share it. We're going to start on a Wednesday. This is a fun day. Well, Sun sextiles Jupiter. We do love this. This is where yay, this is a great midweek connection, because this will be a good day to get over the two humps. We may be realizing now that Mercury's retrograde, we're going to find out some things, because 2 weeks prior to Mercury being retrograde, it goes in this thing called shadow, which is basically, it's so slow. You can kind of get a gist. You can kind of look inside and see, you'll get little hints per se, I guess, is easier to say than to give of what's going to come of this particular Mercury retrograde. I honestly, I feel that a lot of times what hits me more is the retrograde shadows and not the actual. Once it hits retrograde, I'm like, whew, now I can start working and on the things that I need to rework. But as it's heading in there, it kind of points at the directions of what I need to go to. Like once again, we'll come back to my videos. I love doing this, but this is new for me. I'm uncomfortable, so I have to keep on going. And that is one good thing about Mars when he's working well with us, that he does like to give us a little room to, a little push to get done what we need to get done. And during this Mercury retrograde, with what all of the transits and aspects that will be happening, that we will be going through weekly, um, it's best to keep on top of things. Don't let things get too far. I think in one of my daily posts, which I hope that you can find on Instagram, which is and Facebook under Michelle P Astrology, I write a daily post, and I do break down everything that I'm telling during my weekly videos. So, and what I had said is time to get out the procrastination list. Just check it off. Don't make any more lists, not yet. Wait till at least the second, third week, closer to the second and a half, third week of August, and you can start getting more of a feel of, you might get an overwhelm. It might be too much you have going on. This is a good time, honestly, to stay, don't get overwhelmed with too much work or put too much on your plate or just keep saying yes to all the things in your schedule. Next thing you know is it's summer, it's August. So starting with Wednesday with Sun, Sextile, Jupiter, yay, this is a great midweek connection. These two will bring a sense of self-optimism, of self-fulfillment, with an optimistic feeling that you have come some from. You look back a few months of where you've come from, how far you've gotten, or how you kind of slowly getting through all these little uncomfortable moments that starts to get easier as we go. And we're all human, we're all very vulnerable to it. So it's a feel good energy. We should soak this up. This is a good way to kind of get that over that little hump day. So Thursday, we have the Thursday coming into Thursday, we have the moon trining Pluto. The trines we like, obviously it's the easier aspect, it's a natural flowing aspect, and it's your emotions to Pluto, which Pluto is the power planet. It will bring, this is a nice support, so it's support. Trine's a great support, and it's from a planet that can really pack a punch. Um, but he's here giving you a hand of where it may be needed, especially the beginning of the week. If you're still not, if that Uranus may have hit you and you can't quite get a grip on where you want to go or which way it's going to be, this may be a good time for, that strength from Pluto, the power to you and yourself, because the moon isn't just emotions and feelings, it's you. I tend to use these moments, and this is what I guess I'm backing up with what I had already just said, is I do tend to leave these moments to have to do my uncomfortable tasks, like these videos, which will be easier as we grow together. Um, but trying to always to work with the energy is easier. Sooner or later, it's not going to be uncomfortable. So that's what I try to keep in hand. So when you're feeling at this time, you don't know where to go, you kind of see half of a project, I don't know where it goes after this, but you just kind of trust it. And with the moon trining Pluto, you're getting this natural sense of, that energy of power, of like, you may get a sense of like, aha, maybe I do have an idea. This is, it might be may not be the first idea, but it'll be a good idea or a idea. We're gonna fly into Friday, and the moon trines Mars in Jupiter. um, this is a little double of a whammy. So let me pull this up. Um, so we have three things going on. We have the moon, we have the Mars, Jupiter, which is in the sign of Mercury. We know that is right now in retrograde. So we have Mars, Jupiter expanding what Mars has to say in the Gemini sign, which would probably be a lot more than he can say because he has to listen to Mercury because she's in her sign and she won't have it. She's not going to have it. She wants to hear details. She wants to hear little things. She doesn't want to hear, and she doesn't want to hear braggadocious. She doesn't want to hear like Jupiter can be a very big abundance, but you know, with Mars, Mars can be a god, a warrior, a big player, you know, and you're gonna know which ones they are when they come out talking the way they'll be speaking today. Um, And so when the moon sextiles, which is it's a helpful aspect, um, the warrior, so Mars, the warrior planet, Jupiter is going to make everything bigger in the sign of words, communications, action, action, your communities, how you get around in your communities, your cars. This is why I always say, like, check your tire pressure. Is the battery fully charged? Um, this may make for a loud day, emotional chit chat, or just ear beatings. I don't know if anyone's ever dealt with those. I was a hairdresser for 30 years, so I may know one too. Um, but there's going to be a lot of opinions out there today because we have that trine, which is it's a lot of energy, which is great. People will be excited to chat. It's what the chatting about. Hopefully, it's light and nice. So then we're going to go into Saturday, which is Mars conjunct Jupiter. Mars conjunct Jupiter is it's going to give us a positive approach with ideas with ideas, reworking them, perhaps seeing updates or redos for the better. So Mars conjunct Jupiter's the benefic. You got Mars, you get some action you got to work on. We got Mercury that's retrograde, that's making you do all of these things over. And they're in the sign of Mercury. So basically, what I would do, get out the procrastination list. Don't make a new list. Whatever you have, you're working on. If you have lists, if nothing's crossed off it, do that. I mean, don't let anything like weigh over your head for too long because I by the end of the month, it's going to be hard to catch up with the things that maybe we let lack at this time. So then we get to Sunday. And Sunday sextiles the moon sextiles Venus. This is a great day. This is a great, gonna be nice Sunday. Or we can make it the best we can, but Sunday for sure is the moon sextile Venus, and that's a lovely connection. That's the Venus is the benefic, lesser benefic. But this is a nice day. The sextile is lovely. Connect with what brings you joy, whatever that is. Just connect whatever you feel like doing, and you have a nice healthy outlet to release some of your energy. But it's going to be a playful. It should be fun. It should be more play dates than anything. So I hope you get out there and get that. Like and subscribe the video, and it'll make it start to pop up. I'm going to get more information for you, and I'm going to make this channel grow together. So we'll look forward to that. Anyway, have a great week. Nice talking with you, and I will see you next week. Bye.